Oh, do you like the meatloaf?
No.
Dip it.
Is it good?
Is it good? Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Nate. So in this week's episode, we're going to be doing a meatloaf. Meatloaf is tough from a visual standpoint, mostly because it usually looks awful.
I'm just going to take this and kind of freeform it. Look at that.
We don't want that. We want it to look beautiful, so I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to do a little bacon weave, little weave of bacon, make a little braid, make it look beautiful. It's really, really simple, really awesome. Let's jump right into the episode. Alright, let's jump right in. We're going to take a saute pan, a nice large saute pan, add some olive oil and butter. Now, we add olive oil and butter because we want the flavor of butter, but the smoke point of butter is lower, so it'll burn quicker. Olive oil helps the butter stay hot without burning. We're going to add some mushrooms and some white onion. That butter olive oil trick works great for everything else. Okay, cool trick. Cut the ends off of your bell pepper. Then you're going to cut down and kind of give it a roll. This is the way to clean your bell pepper really quick and simple. You're left with just a beautiful peeled pepper. So we're gonna add some red pepper, and some green bell pepper. We're gonna give that a nice little stir. We're gonna add just a bit of salt and pepper to this also. Now we wanna cook all of the sugars out of this. That's why we wanna kind of develop the flavors. It's gonna make our meatloaf much tastier rather than just adding raw vegetables. Okay, so whenever you get a potato and there's like a little funky bit, you just cut it off and the potato is still good. Now I'm using some chef's potatoes. Now we clean these and we cut these. I like leaving the skins on for my mashed potatoes. So, ooh, you like those skills? Look at that balance. Hold it. Oh yeah. It's the little things in life. It really is. I like to leave the skins on. I like a more rustic mashed potato, but you can peel those if you want to. It's just an extra step, which I don't like to do. Alright, now we're adding some chopped garlic to our vegetables at the end. Now these have been going for 5-7 minutes or so. We want to add the garlic at the very end. I'm also going to add some Italian dry seasoning. It's just like thyme, oregano, basil. You can use fresh if you want to. I prefer using dry in this. We're also adding a bit of bourbon as well. A bit of booze. Alright, now let's get to our ground beef. Now I'm using 80-20. So I have the cold ground beef. Now I'm going to add my vegetables over the top and some breadcrumbs. Now I'm making a bunch. I'm making 3 meatloaves today because I'm sharing with friends. So we're going to add ketchup and some whole ground mustard. Oh, this is smoked paprika. That adds a really, almost like a barbecue flavor, like a smoky flavor. I love that. Now I'm doing this in layers just to get a more even mix. But if you're only making one meatloaf, you could kind of skip that part and add all of your vegetables and meat at the same time. I'm going to add some more ketchup, some more whole grain mustard, and some breadcrumbs. Don't go crazy on the breadcrumbs. You don't want it to be doughy. Also Worcestershire sauce. This is key. I love the Worcestershire sauce in there. And quite a bit of salt and pepper. Remember, you're not going to be able to season the outside, so you want seasoning on the inside for it to taste delicious. Alright, now here's a part some people argue about. I'm adding quite a bit of egg. If I'm only doing one meatloaf, I'll have 1, maybe 2 eggs, depending on how much. And that's going to help bind everything together, but it gets weird at the end, and I'll get to that. Now kind of just do a rough shape of your meatloaf. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're doing a trick to make it more beautiful. So we're going to take bacon, slice it in half. Now we're going to just crisscross, crisscross all the way and let some of the bacon hang off the sides. And now what you do is you use your hands and you tuck the bacon up underneath. Now make sure it's a nice tight tuck because that bacon's going to get crispy on the bottom as it bakes. So let's do it again. A little crisscross pattern, then wrap your little footballs around the edges to make it nice and beautiful. Now we're going to go into a 350 degree oven for about 45 minutes or until the bacon is nice and crisp. Or this is an easy sauce. It's ketchup, a little bit of booze, some honey. I'm going to go back with a little bit of that smoked paprika and I'm going to add a few other things too. Smoked paprika is wonderful. If it's not paprika, it's smoked paprika. If you've never had it, go get some. It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. Oh yeah, I needed a little something. So I added a little bit of chili powder and a bit more honey. That is perfect. Now let's drain our potatoes. Drain those taters. We're going to add some butter. Add a good bit of butter. I mean, this is like a feel-good recipe. If you're on a diet, don't make this. This is not like a diet food. So I'm going to go with all delicious whole milk. You can add some cream if you want to get all crazy with it. Some salt and pepper and a good bit of butter. And that's gorgeous. Oh, it needed just a bit more. I like a smoother mashed potato, so I added just a bit more milk. Alright, so through the magic of television, those babies are all done. Alright, now you see the funker on the edges? That's like the ugly part of meatloaf. It's just kind of what happens when the protein coagulates and the egg kind of seeps out the sides, but you can just scrape it away and it's fine. Oh, a little olive oil in a pan. Uh-oh, break time. Somebody had a boo-boo. They were playing games, and Titus got a boo-boo. And he's good. Off you go. Olive oil, salt, and pepper with my beans. Oh, and I'm going to add a little bit of butter, because butter makes it better. Butter, baby. And there they go. They will do laps, I swear. They'll do 100 laps without getting tired. Kids are crazy. I used to have energy like that. What happened?
Wow!
They're so much fun. If you don't cook at home with your kids, you should. You're missing out. Oh, this is Murphy Good Cab Sav. If you're on the lookout for a great inexpensive wine, Murphy Good Cabernet Sauvignon, or the Murphy Good Merlot if you can find it. It's awesome. It's a really great inexpensive bottle. Uh-oh, another boo-boo.
Right here. You okay?
He needs a
You need a
kiss.
kiss?
And that's all I needed. Alright, now use a bread knife to slice your meatloaf because you want that beautiful crispy bacon to stay intact. And to plate this, it's really simple. We're going to go with our mashed potatoes, then our green beans, and then our meatloaf. Oh, this is baby meatloaf. Then we're going to add our sauce over the top. If you wanted to get super cool and fancy with it, you can make it just a touch thinner and use like a squirt bottle thing. But this is rough and rustic, and I think it's so simple and so easy, just like that, the way Mama used to make it. Oh, and of course, Titus doesn't eat meatloaf. Peanut butter and jelly. But Gideon likes it. Yeah, buddy. So there you go. That's a really, really simple recipe. That's kind of one of those things I make at home on a fairly regular basis, at least once or twice a month. Chelsea loves that one, and I'm a big fan of Crystal hot sauce, and she's a Tabasco fan. It's a bit of a controversy in our house, but I hope you guys love that one. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Nate. I post videos every single week, some like this, some like other fun stuff. So be sure to click the like button. Leave me a comment of something you'd like to see in the future. Next week, we're going to be doing a roasted chicken, like a grandma-style, beautiful roasted chicken with some roasted vegetables and a bacon gravy. Shut your mouth with the bacon gravy. It's so good. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, find your way over to my fan page and click the like button. Show me some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Nate, and I'll see you guys in the next video.